Bill is up 37% over the past 7 days. That's the number driving today's video. It's a small coin, ranked 203 out of the top 250 on our list, and overnight it jumped 28 spots. So, what actually triggered that flag? Let's get into what the numbers can tell us, and what they can't. Time to grade yesterday's calls. Wins and misses, every one of them. 1 day later, no exceptions. Top of the list. Bill, up 22.6% just a day after we flagged it. Cash Cat added 11.5%. Velvet gained 9.9%. And Edge rose 6%. 4 wins. Here's the flip side. Kite slipped 6.7%. DEXE fell 13.7%. Down 14.1%. XEC was next. And the worst call on the board, DEXE, down 18.7% in a single day. 4 calls worked, 4 didn't. That's the whole scoreboard. Good calls and bad ones, laid out the same way every day. We show you both sides every episode, because a screen that only brags about its wins isn't telling you much. Now the bigger picture. This is the backdrop everything else is trading against. The Fear and Greed Index reads 22 today. That's extreme fear, so sentiment across the market is low. Bitcoin's share of the total crypto market, what people call dominance, sits at 56.1%. Put plainly, more than half of all crypto value is sitting in Bitcoin alone. The total market is down just 0.3% today. Quiet, sideways day. Bitcoin itself is at $62,532, barely moved. Ethereum sits at $1,780.86, up 0.25%. Solana is at $75.05, down 1.7%. Here's one more number. Bitcoin's MVRV ratio tells you whether the average holder is sitting on a profit or a loss. Right now, it's 1.17, which puts it in the bottom 14% of its own history. The screen reads that as closer to a value zone than an overheated one. None of that tells us where prices go next. It just tells us the market's mood and where Bitcoin stands against its own past. Now the coins that stood out on today's screen. First up, BIIO, today's headline coin. It climbed 28 spots in the rankings and is up 23.5% in the last 24 hours alone, on top of that 37% move over the week. Trading activity relative to its size is modest, more in line with steady buying over time than a single spike. Then there's DEXE, which actually made the biggest move of the day, up 44% over the past week. It's cooling off now, though, down 13.6% in the last 24 hours, the kind of pullback that often follows a fast run-up. And last, Derive, ticker DRV. Its trading volume ran more than 12 times its usual weekly level, while the price jumped 25.6% in a single day. A volume spike that size usually means real attention is showing up in the data. 3 coins, 3 different triggers. A rank jump, a cooling run, and a volume surge. That's exactly what this screen is built to catch. A quick word on funding and positioning data. That's the stuff that shows how traders are betting with leverage. Today's dataset has nothing on that front. We don't guess at numbers we don't have, so we're skipping it today. On days it's there, it adds useful context. Now the honest part. This screen looks at price and trading volume patterns, nothing more. It doesn't know why a coin moves, and it's not a prediction machine. Over the last 30 days, we've tracked how often its interesting or not call actually matched what happened the following week. That accuracy sits at 47%. Here's what that actually means. Because it's easy to misread. A flagged coin that then moved at least 15% counts as correct. A coin the screen left alone, that then stayed quiet, counts as correct too. Either outcome is a match. Overall, that's close to a coin flip. Not a crystal ball, and not a signal to act on. So take everything in this video as an observation, not advice. We're describing what the numbers did today, nothing about what anyone should do next. A number can look dramatic on screen and still mean very little. Context is what matters, and that's what we try to give you every day. Want to see how Bill and today's other flags actually turn out? Subscribe. We grade every call again tomorrow, in public. That's the first print.